Jamaica Premier League leaders Cavalier will take on Mount Pleasant Football Club in their first leg quarter-final match in the JFF Lynk Cup competition in the first match of a doubleheader at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex today. The teams have met twice this season in the Premier League, with Mount Pleasant winning the first encounter 1-0 and the other ending in a 2-2 draw. The match is set to kick off at 4 p.m. Meanwhile, at 7 p.m, defending Premier League champions Harbourview oppose Chapperton Maroons. Chapperton have been beaten twice by the Stars of the East so far this season, conceding 3 goals. Portmore United and the Tivoli Gardens have put one foot into the semi-finals of the JFF Lynk Cup knockout competition, following wins in their first leg quarter-final matches on Wednesday. Portmore United put themselves in a strong position heading into the second leg after a 2-1 win over Malines United in the second game of the doubleheader at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. It was Malines who took the lead from the penalty spot through Jeremy Nelson in the 57th minute, but Portmore would hit back through Stephen Young just 2 minutes later. And just as it seemed the match was headed for a draw, Alvinus Mars got the winner for Portmore in the 87th minute. Earlier, Tivoli Gardens beat Dunbeholden 2-0 at the same venue to give themselves some breathing room heading into next Thursday's second leg. Tommy Lawrence scored the opener in the 40th minute before Nicalia Fuller doubled their advantage in the 63rd. For a second consecutive regional tournament, Jamaica's cricketers finished at the bottom of the standings following the under-15 team's fourth straight defeat to close off their campaign in the West Indies Rising Stars competition in Antigua. The Jamaicans were beaten by 4 wickets by the Windward Islands at the Sir Vivian Richards ground on Wednesday. Batting first, the Phillips Service-coached team could only muster 146 all-out in 42.3 overs. DeMarcus Scott made 39 and O'Dane Nathaniel Binns chipped in with 36. Thea Edward took 4 for 27. Edward returned to stroke 59 from 66 balls to guide the Windwards to victory at 149 for 6 with 85 balls to spare. Jamaica ended with 6.6 points, well behind champions Trinidad with 23.8 points, who were unbeaten throughout the 2-week competition. And finally, Jamaican victories, including Usain Bolt's 2009 Berlin feats, are among the performances nominated for Greatest World Championships moments by World Athletics as the world governing body celebrates 40 years of the championships. Bolt's world record runs of 9.58 seconds in the 100 meters and 19.19 in the 200 meters, as well as a world record of 37.31 in the sprint relay with the Jamaican team, makes the long list on the men's side. On the women's side, Shelley and Fraser Price's double sprint victory, as well as victory in the sprint relay with the Jamaican team at the 2013 Moscow World Championships, makes the long list. Additionally, Jamaica's victory in the women's sprint relay at the 1991 Tokyo Championships, when the country earned its first ever gold medal in a women's event at the championships, also makes the long list. To celebrate 40 years of the World Athletics Championships, World Athletics is calling on all fans of the sport to help choose the 40 greatest moments in the history of the event. Fans are being asked to choose their 10 favorite moments from both the women's and men's long lists by casting their votes at www.worldathletics.org. World Athletics will reveal the top 40 moments as decided by the fans in the countdown to the World Championships in Budapest. Voting opened on Tuesday. And that's it for your Midday Sports Report. I'm Shane Masters. It's back to you, Shamala.
And that's the Midday News. I'm Shamila Pullen. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, good afternoon.